Hey, how you doing today? I am Tequila Coleman. In today's video, we're going to talk about changing your mindset for success in a God-ordained love story. Now, this word came to me a couple of days ago, and it was something the Lord was been speaking to me to do, for the past 2, 3 years now, right? And I just been tiptoeing in it. I've been resisting it here and there, because I wanted to stay in my comfort zone. And so the other day when it came back to me, I said, you know what, Tequila, because I had to adjust my mindset around it, right? I said, well, what is the problem with stepping into what God is telling me to step into, right? If God is asking me to do this thing, right? If He's asking me to change in this particular area, why are you resisting it? I began to challenge myself in this area. And so I began to take, small steps into that direction that the Lord was calling me into. And only to discover that God is actually directing me towards a goal that I always wanted to accomplish. Right? I always wanted to accomplish this goal. And so God know the goal I always wanted to accomplish. And so now he's giving me instructions. He's telling me do this, right? But yet I'm resisting it because I want to stay in my comfort zone. Who am I talking to? I am resisting it, because I'm like, no, I like this way. I like it, I'm familiar with this, I'm comfortable with this. And God is like, but this is your goal. This been your goal for a while now, Tequila, right? And so I began to sit with it and I began to just challenge myself and challenge my thinking. And I began to say, this is really for my benefit. The way how the Lord is directing me is for my benefit. This is something that's going to work in my favor in the future. This is something that, will lead to a better life in the future if I go ahead and give myself permission to step into it, right? And so I share that to say, what is it that God has asked you to do that you're resisting or you're delaying or you overthinking or procrastinate on? What is it? We got to begin to understand, okay, that when God asks us to do a thing, when He give us instruction, it's for your best interest. Okay? God's instruction is for your benefit. It's not designed to harm you. God's instruction, He would never put you in harm's way. Okay? So once we wrap our brain around that, like what God is telling me to do, the way how God has guided me is for my benefit. It is for, it's going to work out in my good, for my good in the end, right? Once we begin to change our mindset and begin to understand, God is asking me to do this. He's asking me to change in this particular area. He's asking me to grow here because God is already in the future. God already, I said this to a client the other day. I said, with each instruction from the Lord that He gives you, right? I said, God won't allow you, because we were talking about, what if the spouse isn't attracted to, the person when it's time to reconcile. I say, listen, if God, when He look at your love story, and when He look at your spouse and He see the spouse, there's a possibility in the future the spouse won't be attracted to you. I said, God will highlight that to you right now before He reconcile the two of you, because He wants you to work on that thing, because He want you to be attractive to your spouse. He want your spouse to find you attractive. So God won't sabotage you. He won't reconcile you knowing this person will find you unattractive. Okay. And so we got to begin to understand, when God give us instruction, it is for our good. It's for our benefit, right? In every instruction from the Lord, it's like he's allowing you to get one step closer to this promise coming together, right? So what are the instruction God has been saying to you? What are the instructions, that you've been procrastinating on, you've been putting to the side? I want you to change your mindset in that particular area. I want you to find another way to look at this thing. The same way how I had to adjust my mindset, right? The same way how I had to remind myself, this is actually leading me in a direction of accomplishing a goal that I set for myself, right? And really, my challenge was giving myself permission to step in it, stop playing small in this particular area, and just going ahead getting out of my comfort zone. That was my problem. So I want you to sit down and ask yourself, what is it that the Lord been telling me to do? He's been instructing me to, work on this, work on that, but I've been resisting him. I've been putting it off. I've been, overthinking it, procrastinating. What is that thing? And then I want you to adjust your mindset around it. Could it be that God has instructed you this way because He's trying to help you to accomplish that goal you always wanted to accomplish? Could it be that He's giving you this instruction because it's for your benefit? It's going to help to make you better. Just could it be? Right? So start thinking about that. I want to throw this out there and give you something to think about. So with that, I am Tequila Coleman. I'll talk to you real soon. Take care.